Moon Madness was a British thoroughbred racehorse and sire. In a career which lasted from September 1985 until November 1988, he ran 24 times and won 10 races. He recorded his most important success when winning the Classic St.Leger Stakes as a 3-year-old in 1986, the same year in which he also won the King George V Stakes and the Scottish Derby. He continued to race for the next 2 seasons in major middle distance and staying races, with his victories including the Grand Prix de St Cloud, the Geoffrey Freer Stakes, the Cumberland Lodge Stakes and the Yorkshire Cup. He later stood as a stallion in Europe and Japan. Background: Moon Madness was a very dark bay horse bred by his owner Lavina, Duchess of Norfolk. He was the most successful runner side by Vitages, who was one of the best European colts of his generation, winning the Prix Morny and the Champion Stakes. Moon Madness's dam, Castle Moon, produced 7 other winners including the Coronation Cup winner Sheriff's Star. The Duchess sent her colt into training with John Dunlop at Arundel in Sussex. Moon Madness was ridden in most of his races by the veteran Irish jockey Pat Eddery. Racing career: 1985 2-year-old season. Moon Madness made his only appearance as a 2-year-old in a maiden race at Goodwood Racecourse in which he finished 4th, beaten 4.5 lengths by Faraway Dancer, a colt who went on to finish 4th in the following year's Epsom Derby. Time Form described him as colt who was likely to improve. 1986 3-year-old season. Moon Madness began his 3-year-old season by winning minor handicap races including victories at Newmarket and Haydock. He recorded his first important success when winning the King George V Stakes, a handicap race for 3-year-olds at Royal Ascot, in impressive style. He was then moved up to listed class and won the Scottish Derby at Ayr. In August he was sent to York to contest the Great Voltigeur Stakes, an important trial race for the St Leger in which he finished 3rd behind Nisners and Mashcore. It was his first defeat after 5 successive wins. In the St Leger at Doncaster Racecourse, Moon Madness started 9 halves 3rd favourite in a field of 8 runners, with the filly Untold, winner of the Yorkshire Oaks, being made favourite. Ridden by Pat Eddery, Moon Madness drew away from his opponents in the straight to win comfortably by 4 lengths from Celestial Storm and Untold. Later that autumn he finished 3rd to Ali Malord and Baby Turk in the Price von Europa. 1987 4-year-old season. As a 4-year-old, Moon Madness began by finishing 4th to M. Toto in the Brigadier Gerard Stakes and then finished 3rd in the Hardwicke Stakes at Royal Ascot, behind Auburn. He recorded his most important victory of the season in France, winning the Grand Prix de St Cloud from the future Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe winner Tony Bin. He returned to England to contest the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Stakes, but finished unplaced behind Reference Point. In August, Moon Madness won the Geoffrey Freer Stakes, beating a field which included Legal Bid and Ibn Bay. In autumn, Moon Madness was sent to Germany where he finished 2nd to Kate Nango in the Grosser Price von Baden. At Ascot he won his 3rd major prize of the season when he won the Cumberland Lodge Stakes from Knockando and Mashcore, being given perfect handling by Eddery to win from the front. On his final appearance of the year he led the field for much of the way in the Japan Cup before being overtaken in the straight and finishing 5th. 1988 5-year-old season. On his 1988 debut, Moon Madness started the 6/5 favourite for the Yorkshire Cup and won smoothly by 1.5 lengths from Lake Erie. In June, Moon Madness finished 3rd behind Triptych in the Coronation Cup at Epsom and 3rd again behind Alma Erad in the Hardwicke Stakes at Royal Ascot. He finished last of the 10 runners behind M. Toto in the King George George VI and Queen Elizabeth Stakes, and was sixth behind top class in the Geoffrey Freer Stakes. In his last race, Moon Madness ran for the second time in the Japan Cup, finishing sixth behind Pay the Butler. Stud career. Moon Madness stood as a stallion in Europe and Japan, but had very little success as a sire of winners in either location. He was exported from Japan to France on the 8th of December 1994. Pedigree.